here we are again. Another review, another letdown, no doubt. This is Nickelodeon Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Dimension X Subline series, Mozar, leader of the Triceraton Army. And from what I'm looking at right now, straight off the bat, at first glance, this figure looks like he's a brick. I cannot express how much it really pains me to think that this line could be so much more, that I could have so many more expectations to come out of this series, and the fact is, no, that's like, it's a laughing joke, let's put it that way. So, not to waste time, I'm sure this isn't going to be any better than the last reviewed figure of this line, so let's get to it. Here we go. So, package is your standard packaging for this new series, which is the turtles right here in their space outfits. So there's that. Mozar's name right here, leader of Triceraton Army, ages 4 and up. Playmates Toys logo right here, flip it on the back. Here's the bio for Mozar. There you go. Weapon of choice, cannon blasters, and Team Triceraton. Also available figures. Pretty much everything that was already explained in the last video review, so I'll take him out of package and we'll get to it. Stay tuned. Alright, before we get into General Mozar, let's take a quick look at his contents within the package, which is none other than, you guessed it, the product catalogs. Same product catalogs as the last wave, so we don't have to get into it. Nothing different. What, you expecting more? You're actually expecting him to have a cannon blaster or 2 cannon blasters, as it said on the back of his bio? Nope. Just like Lord Dreg, General Mozar comes with absolutely nothing. He's got the hands to where he could actually house a weapon, maybe 2, maybe even a sword, but he's got nothing. Comes with nothing. You know what, Playmates Toys? When it really comes down to it, if you want to save on costs a little bit, because that's what it seems like you're trying to do now, you're trying to be the cheap one, you're trying to be the next Mr. Krabs of the toy companies out there. If you really want to save yourself a couple of pennies, how's about with figures that don't have any accessories, you just enclose their hands like this. Not like this, like this. Not like this, like this. But besides that, let's talk about the only pros that I can find on this figure. And there are actually some really, really good pros about these pros. So, yes, detail, sculpting, top notch. Great job. Whoever is sculpting these figures, you are the best of this freaking department. I swear to God. Give this guy a fucking promotion. So, there's that. I will show off all this detail real quickly. As you can see, it looks like General Mozar has been through combat, which is cool. It's inaccurate to his actual show model, but I mean, it is cool. I like it. I love all the sculpting on the figure. I love the fact that one eye is different from the other, which is nice. It's top notch. I love this faceplate here. I love the horns. I love all this detail here on the back of him, on his, the whole figure just shouts detail. It's perfect. I love the fact that his tail is not a hollow piece. It's actually solid. Solid! Something that has been lacking throughout this whole toy series for quite some time now. And I love, really love the fact that this figure actually has symmetrical legs. His legs are not asymmetrical, where one is posed in a different range, unlike the other leg. No, his legs are completely straight down, which means there should be no problems with posing this figure in any other positions because, hey, his legs are made in the same way. And there is a bit of a difference to make it, very nice. And that's the fact that he's got battle damage right here on this leg. His left leg is injured, unlike this one here. So that's cool. There's a difference. I like asymmetrical stuff when it's supposed to be something asymmetrical. Not this where you got freaking figures here that can't stand and have balancing issues because of the way their legs are sculpted in different ways. It does not work. It's something that Playmates Toys needs to stop doing. Stop it! But, you know, outside of those good things that this figure has, there's nothing else to this figure. I would love to say that the paint application is top notch. Even, you know, your generic paint application, but it's not. It's not actually. This figure has hardly any paint on him. He's got some paint on his horns, his mouth plate. His boots are painted the same color as his badge and his belt buckle, but outside of that, maybe some on his suit. That's it. It's not basic. There are more figures out there from this line that have more paint on them than he does. I don't understand. It's not my place to know, but I'm just going to point out the obvious that it is lacking. That's all I can say. Lacking. But you know, I can forgive all that if Playmates Toys really gave a care about this character's figure. Why do I say it like that? Well, let me tell you something. I'm sure a lot of people have already seen Annihilation Earth Part 1 and 2 and saw Mikey have his little conflict with General Mozar. And, you know, it was definitely not this range. Yeah. For your size comparisons of this video review, I'm showing off the two characters that actually collided. And really in the show, Michelangelo is supposed to be up to his legs. That's all I can say. Up to his legs. Maybe a little bit higher. But other than that, Mozar here is supposed to be 3 times the size that this figure is. If comparing in action figure scale. If this was 1-in-1 scale here, General Mozar is supposed to be 3 times this size. This is not a threat to the Ninja Turtles. You know, in my point of view, what I'm trying to say here is, you know, collectors out there, adult collectors, makes up a good chunk of the consumer of toy products nowadays. Times have changed, and Playmates Toys refuses to change. This is the toy company that won Comeback of the Year award back in 2012 thanks to the Ninja Turtles line. I don't see it. I don't know how. It's not my place to know how, but I do challenge it. I do. You really want to prove to me that you deserve that award? Give an effort, okay? As far as I'm concerned, the 2 figures that I have reviewed so far out of this wave, which is none other than General Mozar and Lord Dreg, are not an effort. I can't say anything else about these figures. These reviews are pretty much done. It's gotten to a point that, you know, things are going to have to change here. I am running out of room. I'm having to sell off stuff that I don't need anymore. I've already gone ahead and sold off a couple of things that I didn't need anymore. And when it comes down to it, Ninja Turtles right now, thanks to Playmates Toys' neglectability on them, is really on that bar. I mean, that checklist right there has Ninja Turtles on it. I'm not afraid to sell these off. As a matter of fact, I've gotten to the point where I just want to buy these figures to review them and send them right back to where I got them. It's going to come to that. I'm going to hang on to these figures, and I'm still going to have hopes that maybe Playmates Toys will change over time, but the fact is, I seriously doubt it.